What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode. This one's a little different. We are taking a break from the van build series this week and doing something different. I'm going to give you a tour of my van. Alright, so starting with the exterior, it is a Dodge ProMaster 2500. I have snow tires on it for the winter and front wheel drive, so it's been doing great in the snow. I have not had an issue yet, knock on wood though. Coming into the van, this is my little buddy here. Have yet to think of a name, so if you got a good name for the Dolphin, leave it down in the comments below. Alright, so now we're up front here. This is where I spent a lot of my time driving the van. So, pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure you guys have seen the front of these vans before. I have a swivel seat here. I really like it. It opens up the space a lot, and yeah, I can sit down and relax here. So moving back here into the kitchen, we have my sink, and it is just a manual fill pump. I also keep my trash can right here behind the driver's seat. It's pretty convenient. But yeah, I get a little bit of water there. Right now it's frozen, so that's why don't have a lot of pressure. So my foot pump is down here, and it's a nice little sink, gets the job done. And down here I have my two water tanks. I have a freshwater and a gray water. They're each 6 gallons, and I have 2 freshwater tanks, so I have 12 gallons of freshwater and just a 6-gallon gray water tank. It works pretty good. Also for water, I pretty much, a lot of the times, I have that and I just use that for cleaning dishes and like brushing my teeth, cleaning my hands and all that. And then for drinking water, I have these gallon jugs that I fill up all the time, and I usually drink out of these. It seems to work pretty good. So, more about the kitchen. Me and my dad built this whole van ourselves. My dad's a builder, so we each have a background in construction and home building and stuff like that. So I did these resin river countertops. These are black walnut and eco epoxy resin on each side. This side's black walnut, and then this side is splendid maple. Continuing on the kitchen, we have like this tile backsplash that I really like, and then this little shelf right here is a piece of copper that we had bent and soldered together. And then my dad basically put this like patina on it. He used acid and salt and brushed it on there, let it sit, and then sealed it. So I really like this shelf. It's kind of just like where I throw all my stuff. I have my batteries in there, my spices, some sunglasses, like everything I kind of use like every day, I throw in that shelf. Alright, so in these drawers, this big one right here, I have my silverware, some knives and food, coffee right there, and just some stuff under there. All these drawers are made out of Azek. It's basically like a piece of, it's kind of like plastic material. It's all fused together. It's pretty light stuff. It was readily available where I was, and so that's why we used it. You'll see a lot of that in here. Moving on into my fridge. It's on rolling slides, and I just use this little pin that I use to hold it in. It's kind of a temporary thing right now. I'm definitely going to improve this, but for now it gets the job done. So, pulling it out, it is a 45-quart winter fridge, 12-volt fridge. It has a shut-off, so once my batteries get below a certain point, it doesn't run anymore, which is really nice. I don't never have to worry about my batteries draining. Opening it up, bunch of fruit, almond milk, some protein balls my mom made me. They're super good. And yeah, it's a good fridge though. I didn't really feel like spending the $1,200 on a Dometic fridge. This one was about $400 to $500, and it does everything I need it to. So I highly recommend that fridge. Alright, so moving back here, in this part of the van, this is kind of where I keep a lot of canned food. I have a French press right here. This is a coffee grinder. Manual coffee grinder. I'm sure all you hipsters would like this a whole lot. That I restored actually. Found it in an old house and restored it. So as far as clipping these drawers in, I use these like little pieces of leather that I made with snaps on them, and then there's a snap on that side. So when I snap it down, they don't go anywhere. I don't have any issues with that. I have a 2-burner propane cooktop. I do lots of cooking here, and it's pretty nice. I have a little propane tank in this compartment way back there, and it just runs off my inverter, so I can turn it on and off really easily. This is the splendid maple with the resin river countertop as well. So down here I have a heater. It's a diesel heater, little Chinese diesel heater. Very simple. I run it so much. It is like, it's the best thing in this van, especially for the winter. It gets so cold in here. And I turn that thing on in 15 minutes. It's nice and warm in here. I have a 700 watt Renogy inverter as well right there. It gets the job done. I don't really have a lot of stuff that requires a lot of power, so 700 watts is fine for me. I really don't have any issues. Moving into this one, I have a toilet right here that I actually never really use. And I kind of just have like shoe storage right here. I keep all my shoes in the top there. Works pretty good. Alright, so in these 2 drawers right here, it's kind of just the junk drawers right here. Whole bunch of duct tape. You're gonna need that. And down here, lots of books and stuff. Nothing really to see in there. Alright, so a cool thing that I highly suggest that has helped me a lot with keeping things organized in the van is having these 2 bins. I kind of have a lot of stuff in there that I use every day, just like cleaning supplies, camera gear, and other stuff. And when I'm driving and I'm not in my bed, I put these 2 things right here in my bed, keeps everything nice and secure, and then I just put them on my countertop when I'm ready to go to bed. And it's a great way to keep things organized. Moving up to these 2 cabinets, this is where I keep a lot of my clothes, and a cool way that I keep these up is I have this painting right here, and it just so happens to be the perfect size to hold these cabinets up. So when I'm getting dressed in the morning, okay, alright. So I do that, holds them up. Usually like 98% of the time it works out great. But yeah, keep my jeans and other stuff in there, and shirts and t-shirts and all that in there. But I got to the end of the bill, and I just didn't really want to spend a ton of money on the hold-ups and all that stuff like that, so I figured I'd wait a little bit, but this has worked great for me. Put this back. It's aesthetically pleasing as well. Alright. So, this bad boy right here, tell you what, this is where the magic happens. Full-size bed. I got about 5 quilts. I'll show you. Got one. All made by either my cousin or my grandmom. So, thanks for keeping me warm, Denise. But yeah, full-size bed. I made it so I'm 6 foot tall, and then these walls are exactly 6 foot tall. So when I lay down, I fit perfectly in here. And yeah, it's not too bad. Keeps me warm. Sometimes when it gets really cold, I hang a blanket in the back just to separate myself from the doors, because the doors are insulated, but it does get chilly when it gets really cold out. So right here we just have some shelves that my dad built. They're awesome, very convenient. Keep some books, my journal there. And then this is kind of my control panel. I have my little panel to see my solar, how much solar I'm getting in, my battery power, and it's really nice. It doesn't shine bright a whole lot, and I honestly never even look at it. Everything runs in here really well. On top of that, this is my control panel for my diesel heater. So when it's really cold in the morning, I wake up, I roll over, I'm able to just click it on, go back to bed, get out of bed in like 15-20 minutes, and my van's nice and warm. So more hooks. Got some really cool hooks. I have a hook here that I keep my keys on when I go to bed. And then I have a chalkboard here. I put lots of things down on here, and people write cool stuff. So if you come in here, you could do something cool here. Only if you want to though. Hey! How you doing there? Alrighty, so we're gonna move on to the back here, and this is kind of like the garage where I keep all my fun stuff. Alright, so moving in back here, we got I have 3 snowboards back here. I keep my mountain bike tucked away right here, and I built it kind of specifically to be able to store these things in here. This was like the main idea, is I want to bring as much stuff as I can toys wise, so I have a lot of that. Mountain bike fits perfectly with the tires off. I put a snowboard here, and that gap that is in the van, I'm able to fit a 10-foot surfboard in here, so I can slide it all the way through, and it's really convenient to be able to do that. This is my extra water. It's currently frozen right now, so it's really not doing me that good. Got some just camping gear, backcountry gear. I have my freediving fins right there, and a spear gun for when I need to go hunt down some food, because it gets pretty hungry. As far as my electrical system goes, I have 2 100-watt Renogy solar panels on the roof, and then I have 2 100 amp hour AGM batteries, some sealed AGM batteries, and pretty much everything in here is 12 volts, so all my lights are 12 volt, USB ports, my fridge, my heater, everything is 12 volt aside from obviously my inverter that I just charge my laptop and use that for my cooktop. So yeah, it's a fairly simple system, but it works great. I never have to worry about it. I never really think about it, so that's why I like it. And I also have my little diesel tank right here for my heater. So I have my fuel pump and everything on the bottom of the van, and it goes from my diesel tank through the bottom of the van, through the fuel pump, and back up into the heater, and I've never had a problem with it. I just back right into the gas station and take the nozzle and fill up my tank with diesel, and it lasts probably about 2 weeks if I run it every day. $5 too. So up on the roof, I have 4 surfboards. So I have 3 roof racks that go this way, so I can store surfboards on this side, and then my solar panels are on the left side. I did that specifically so I could have a vent fan, I could have solar panels on one side, and then have the whole other side of my van for storage on the roof. So it works out great. If I put the panels widthwise on the van, I would lose so much space in the van for storing stuff long ways. Well, it has come to be that time to where I say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, a little tour of my home. You are welcomed inside anytime you want. You know, I'm here. You can find me anywhere. Huge thanks to my dad and everybody who has helped me get to this point. Huge thanks to Lucas, who's filming. We are currently building another Sprinter van right now for him, and I'm posting weekly videos about that. So please subscribe, please give this video a thumbs up, and follow along to see what we're doing next. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. I will link all the Instagrams and everything down below for the Sprinter van we're building now, my own, and Lucas's. So again, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below or message me on Instagram or whatever, and check out the links below. Everything you see in here, I will have linked below. Thanks, bye. Like a ninja.